Hello everyone, it's Charlton, and I want to just provide another update video on the missing college student Mollie Tibbetts in Iowa. And she's still missing. It's almost exactly 2 weeks now. It's Thursday early in the morning on the East Coast at 2:20 a.m. August 2nd now. And so um, and there's a fair amount of information to go through. I'll try to go through it as organized and quickly as possible. Starting with the press conference that they gave, I believe it was yesterday, or Tuesday. I'm losing track of the days, but in any event, and they didn't air this full press conference live on national television when they did it. They went into it and then they pulled out. At least they did on Fox. And I wish they had played the whole thing. When I saw it today, I was pretty surprised to hear him take a few questions and answer them. And it was quite revealing to me. Even the things that he said he can't answer said quite a bit. And I just thought I thought I learned a lot from it. So, I mean, starting with one of the things that a reporter asked him is there a person of interest? And he said I can't answer that, or he didn't answer that, and the reporter even came back at him and said, so that's not a no. And he did not shoot that down. So I was surprised to see that exchange. And then a different reporter asks him, does the public is the public in danger? Do they need to be worried about their safety? And he was very reluctant to answer that, but in a very sort of hand-wringing way, he basically said that you should always be, always do your, be diligent with your safety, lock your doors. If you see anything or hear anything, call the police. No, anything, a sound, something in the middle of the night, call on law enforcement to help. But he basically didn't. He kind of suggested that they weren't in danger. That's what I took from it, and that's just my opinion. And then he went on to say, I can't, or maybe he said we. I'll play a portion of this press conference in a minute here. He said, we can't, or I can't tell you why Mollie's missing. And that statement, it's just the way he said it. It's hard to know. It could be interpreted a couple ways, whether he's saying he doesn't know why Mollies are missing, or he just is not able to tell you because of the investigation, even though he does know. And to me, it sounded like the latter. Like he does know, but he's not able to tell you why she's missing because of the ongoing investigation. That's what it seemed like to me. But again, that's just my opinion. So, you know what? Before I move on, let me just play that and hold on.
In terms of having the best probability of finding her.
Do you have any persons of interest?
We are pursuing every lead that is available to us.
Not enough.
Do you think the public is at risk?
We don't have a we can't tell you why Mollie's missing. So that's a difficult question to answer.
Okay, so I'm going to go back and forth here from just a couple different video clips. I just have, awkward equipment. It's late at night. It makes sense for me to play, with the earphones. The audio is way better, but just bear with me. But I think hopefully you could hear all that exchange. Just like I said, I don't want to be too belabor the point. He's asked, is there a person of interest? It's hard to hear the reporter in the background, but he says, so that's not a no. And then the next question is the public in danger? Something like that from a different reporter, a female reporter. So, a couple other things. This report, I saw it just tonight before I started making this video because I was looking for the most recent information. And I was really, at first, when I saw the headline, I was quite surprised. Although I don't think it amounted to much. I don't. And I think it was pretty much a dead end. It seems that way according to the report. But there was a sighting, a possible sighting of Mollie Tibbetts. And, and this is, even though it just became, I think, reported on it's from July 26th, about 5 days ago, and it's in Kearney, Missouri. And according to this report, for some reason, the post um, or the it originated in Omaha, Nebraska, and I think it was in a Facebook post that it says in Omaha, Nebraska. It was a truck stop, I believe, in Kearney, Missouri, where she was possibly seen, or somebody saw somebody that looked like Mollie Tibbetts, and so somebody, you know, reported to the authorities. But it turned out after they looked at the surveillance, and I think maybe even spoke to the trucker that saw her, that it seemed like it was a dead end. But it's not absolutely clear. The Kearney, Missouri Police Department said Wednesday night it had investigated a possible sighting of Mollie Tibbetts there July 26th. Police were responding to a Facebook post in Omaha, Nebraska that has circulated on social media about a potential sighting in Kearney. The post referred to a truck stop, which police said is at Interstate 35 and Missouri Highway 92 in Kearney. In a statement, the department said officers conducted a thorough search, spoke with all possible witnesses, and reviewed all available footage. A report was sent to the investigation task force regarding this possible sighting. Sergeant Joe Cantola told ABC News if Mollie had been sighted in any of the surveillance video officers reviewed, it would have been included in the statement. Cantola also said only one person at the truck stop claimed to have seen an individual who, according to the person, resembled Mollie. So, in my opinion, I think basically that sergeant is saying if they saw Mollie in the footage, it would have been in the statement that they sent to the task force, the investigation task force, and it wasn't. So they didn't see her in the footage. So I think that was a dead end, but it's out there and it's brand new, so just wanted to go through it. This also I just saw today, and there was the report of them searching the hog farm, which apparently didn't produce anything, and it's also seemed to be a dead end, or they didn't find any sign of Mollie. And from the reports I read, they went to 2 locations, and then they went back to to one of the farms a second time, the hog farm. I think the second location was this person, who this reporter speaking to. It's a guy who somebody spoke to him. I don't know if it was the FBI or the sheriff's department in I forget the name of that county where she lives, Poweshiek County Sheriff's Office. I'm not sure if it was them or the FBI, and even this guy, he didn't know. So, but apparently, and this guy lives within walking distance of the hog farm that was searched, and he was spoken to. They took him to the firehouse and asked him questions for like 2 hours, and this reporter speaks to him a little bit before he finally gets fed up and goes back inside. So, and he's pled guilty to stalking in 2 prior instances, so he has a history of that, and so I think that's why authorities were led to him, and because he lives so close to the hog farm. Why did they end up at the hog farm in the first place? Nobody knows that, actually, and that's not public information. I have some ideas on that, and basically it's just theory, and I'll talk about that at the end. So, but here's a reporter from the local NBC affiliate speaking with this guy, and so it says for nearly 2 weeks, tips and phone calls have not led to investigators to find Mollie Tibbetts. They were taken to the doorstep of Deep River resident Wayne Cheney, and then they speak to him. And it says his location to the hog farms, along with the Iowa courts documents that show Cheney has entered guilty pleas on 2 occasions for stalking, once in Poweshiek County in 2009 and again in Marion County just 4 years ago. DCI officials could not confirm or deny the questioning of Cheney or whether he has been cleared as a suspect. I thought that was the most interesting statement there. And we have no idea, but let's just show you the talk he had with him real quick.
Mollie Tibbetts.
We are pursuing every lead that is available to us.
But they have been led to the doorstep of Deep River resident Wayne Cheney's home.
What was the situation like for you here and how they kind of approached everything?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We're wasting our time. I'm done.
You said the FBI took you down to the fire station, right? I mean, I guess
no, it wasn't the FBI. I don't know who them two guys were, but they took me to the fire station Tuesday.
Okay. And they asked just
questioned me for a couple hours. They questioned me
just about like what you what you saw out here, or actually like where you've been, or I mean, what was that? What kind of questions?
I don't even remember what they asked me.
Just 15 minutes from where Tibbetts was last.
Does it unfortunately make you feel like they're second guessing you as a resident here?
Yeah.
DCI officials could not confirm or deny the questioning of Cheney or whether or not he has been cleared as a suspect.
I don't know. I'm done.
Cheney says he does not know the Tibbetts family and he hopes Mollie is found soon.
I don't know, man. I really don't. And so, I mean, I don't know. There's no way I could possibly know any of this stuff with any kind of certainty. So I'm just going through it. I have been thinking about this tons. This situation. It's obviously horribly sad. And so let me keep going. You know what? A friend of hers who posted some stuff on his Facebook page and misses her. I think he knows her from day camp, I believe. He's actually posted a couple videos of her, and he just posted a touching message to her, just saying, he already misses her, and it's when he looks up at the stars at night, he knows she's looking at the stars too, or she's under the stars too. It's really sad, man. It just sucks, man. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're a miracle, and she'll come home. And but he has, and these I think are recent clips. So I just want to show you those.
Is that dog? Is that dog?
So, I mean, I do have some theories of my own, and it's all just speculation. So, but I do think it's very possible somebody was watching her, when she was jogging, and possibly followed her back to the house, waited for nightfall, and something happened at the house. It's because her glasses and her contacts and her wallet were all there, along with the laptop, and it's been reported, that she was on her laptop doing homework into the night on Wednesday night. It leads you to believe that something happened there at the house. And just the fact of the glasses, people have said in the comments, and I agree, that she would have never left without them, or her wallet. So, but there's also the thing about her clothes that she would have been wearing for work the next day at day camp. They were all going to the fair, and so they were supposed to wear red shirts. And that red shirt for her supposedly is missing. So they were saying, her coworker was saying that it's possible she went missing the next morning, or the family thinks that possibly that's the case because that shirt, the red shirt, they can't find it. It just the other thing, the other theory is, it's just speculation on my part again, is that somebody that knew her, and somebody that was with her at the house that night, somebody that she had some kind of secret relationship with that only she and the other person knew about, and that's why the boyfriend didn't know about it. And the boyfriend's been, he's not a suspect anymore, and I believe that that's the case. He gave another interview today, the boyfriend and his brother, and his brother's fiance. It's the boyfriend's brother's house. So, but the boyfriend gave another interview today to Fox, I believe exclusively, and most of the information in there was everything that's pretty much known. Although the one thing I learned is that the house was not locked, and they never lock their doors. And he said actually he is now. But so, like I was saying, I was thinking, and it's that possibly it was somebody that she knew, and she had some kind of secret relationship that the boyfriend didn't know about, and that maybe nobody knew about except her and this other person, and something happened at the house, and I don't know, and that person knew she would be wearing that stuff for work the next day, and so they took that to make it look like she went missing the next day. That doesn't seem very likely to me, but it made me think of another possibility that she went over to somebody's house. Same thing, that there's a secret relationship that nobody knows about except her and this other person, and she went over there thinking she's going to stay there until the next, and go to work the next day from there. So she brought those clothes with her, and something happened at that house, and then somebody brought the glasses and her wallet back to the boyfriend's house where she was dog sitting to make it look like she was there when she went missing. That thought came into my head as well. But these are all just speculation, and I just don't know, like everybody. And but some of the other things that are new is the fact that the reward has been raised considerably to $30,000. It used to be just $2,000. So, and I think that's just as of today. So there's now a reward for the safe return of the missing university student, jumped to $30,000. And also, the parents are having, or the family of Mollie Tibbetts are having a press conference tomorrow, Thursday at 11 a.m. So I don't know if I said that previously in the video. All right, well, and everyone's praying for her to come home, and maybe there's a miracle and she will come home. You just never know. And that's the end of this video for now. As soon as I know more, I'll make another video. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.